All righty, everybody. You see the red felt on the table. Welcome into another edition of Red Felt Breaks. I'm your host, Lou Pellegrino. I am joined here by the brand manager for MLB and UFC cards from Topps, Jeremy Fullerton. You can see him on Twitter at TheDweez. You know this man right here, who I have been friends with for a long time, Mr. Greg Bynan.
How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing well. He's a man who knows how to do everything, especially talk about baseball cards. And on the end of the table, we have one of our favorite people, Sharon Chiang, who is better known as the Black Jaded Wolf, at Black Jaded Wolf on Twitter. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, no problem. All right, so I guess we're looking at Topps.
Yeah, we're looking at
2018 Series 2, right?
Yeah, it hit the street today. Highly anticipated.
And how did you get
product.
your hands on this?
Well, I literally, pre-ordered to make sure I had, and I stalked this, Jimmy at Monacy Comics because he's right in the neighborhood to make sure that I didn't have to worry about getting my product the day it came out because I had an issue with someone else when Bowman came out that they forgot to ship it. So I had to wait 2 days. They had to wait. And not, it's all about being first to market, opening it right away.
Well, we talked before the show and found out that this is a very important person sitting to my left, to your right.
Yes, I was.
What would you like to say to this man in front
I
of
just
you
want
today?
you to know, meeting the brand manager of Topps is equivalent to I likened it to Nando when we were talking about it before. It's like meeting Santa Claus, and I'm Jewish, so that's how,
Sharon, is this big for you too?
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's exciting, to say we're enthusiasts is an understatement.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, your
Passion.
continued collecting. It's why we do this. It's why I go to work every day to make great products. And
You do make great products.
And also, your enthusiasm helps keep the lights on in my house. So.
Well, good. Well, we're going to be good friends then. Because your electricity will never go off.
All right, speaking of products, do you want to rip into the box right now, or do you want to wait? How do you want to do this?
You know what? We have a special guest tonight.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
Talk about Topps Saloon.
Can you tell, 17-year-old me is jumping out of my skin,
right?
too?
I started working in a baseball card store in 1989.
Wow.
It was June of '89, so I was 13. I got a great grade on my math regents. I got 100. I will say that. And my parents, let me start working for this guy Dave's Cards, big Double D Promotions, big show promoter in the 90s and whatnot. And I spent more time with Dave in high school than I did anyone else. Because I went to work after school. I'm just saying, if I didn't have something to do, I was in the card store.
So you were like Colodro from A Bronx Tale, except you
Exactly.
weren't going to the bar, you were going to the baseball card store.
We did shows. I drove Frank Robinson in my car from the Travelodge Hotel to the Yankee Stadium, and he wouldn't sign my bat for me.
Oh.
He wouldn't sign my bat for me.
That's a whole other show. We could do a whole show of near misses of autographs.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to know the mistakes I had. We had DiMaggio at a show. I was too young. I didn't bother to think to get the autographs. And Joe DiMaggio's autograph, when they did him at the show, it was $40 an autograph. You were limited to autographs per person, and they had to approve what it was. Someone had to look at it, because if you snuck in a Marilyn Monroe piece, he would rip it up, get up, and leave, and everyone else would be SOL.
I've heard that. I've heard
I've
stories
heard about
like
that story, too.
I remember doing shows when these guys were drunk. I'm not going to mention names but we were passing stuff under the tables. We had these retired officers who helped us, with the tables, and everyone was getting stuff under the tables for their friends. And I was the kid, come here, kid, go bring this to so-and-so, have them sign it for me, back and forth. It was it was my own Disneyland. It was my own Disneyland.
Well, here we have the Magic Kingdom of the land of Tops, and
exactly.
We will get into the cards soon enough, but you have this man here. I know you've been chomping at the bit.
We were talking, there's a lot of urban legend stories you hear. Sure. My favorite one is, back in the day, Topps used to just throw away the excess into the East River.
Sure. Well, in 1952, with the first set, it was produced a lot, and it sold well enough to warrant a 1953 set, but there were worries that, and at the time, and I don't know this obviously firsthand.
Of course not.
A little bit too young to be at Topps that long, but I'm told that they just thought, we're not going to sell all of this excess cards that we printed. And in the 50s, what you did was people dumped into the East River and the Hudson. So that's where a large portion of Mickey Mantle 52s
If I created
for a very short time and then became fish food.
if I had a time machine, I would go back to find out when the truck was leaving, follow the truck, hit the guy over the head, and take them all, then come back to
You
the future.
probably wouldn't even need to do that. You probably would have said, hey, let me take this off your hands.
You're right.
I know, right?
Oh, sure, I don't
Here's
have to drive an
$100
extra,
bill.
I don't have to drive an extra 5 blocks to the river? Okay,
So that-
here, thank you.
Do you mind? What do you do with the stuff that, like in the last few years? Is it? I mean, do
Well, now we're pretty much print to order.
that's what I was. That's what I
We will
thought.
put out solicitations to our dealers, to our stores, and we'll have an open period that they can submit their orders. We'll get the orders in. We'll count up how many boxes, how many cases of each different product. Configuration with the hobby box, the jumbo box that we have here, some of our retail different SKUs, and then we'll know we need to make 1,000 boxes of this and 500.
And that's how you
boxes of
determine,
that.
like,
And that's what we print to.
because I mean, with the base product like this, unlike some of the other products you mentioned you worked on before we got on the air, when every card's numbered, you have a finite number of stuff you can make.
Or there's only so many boxes and cases you can make.
Yeah, like with the definitive that's coming out, every card's numbered.
Right.
So you know that, okay, there's this, and it's like a math puzzle.
Right.
So with a product like this, where you have just plain base cards, that's interesting. That's interesting, because when I was a kid also, there was rumors that, you could call Topps and order cards of a player in the 80s and the 70s that weren't sold.
Wow. Never heard that.
That I can't confirm
Again,
or deny. I
no,
don't know. I know that while we're manufacturing cards, we do produce a small percentage to account for waste, be it when they get damaged, when being put into packs, when there's damages to the cards that still get into packs, and then people call our customer service and say, "Hey, I got this Mike Trout base card. It was it printed without blue." We need to replace it. We have an inventory that we can
Sure.
go off of to pull from that, but it's not to the levels of the amount of cards that were swimming in the East River.
Oh, God. Hearing the story now about the East River, it makes me think back to my days of when you would actually see the brand new season of Topps baseball cards get to your local candy store, or baseball card
That's how
stores.
I started too.
That's how I started.
50
I lived
cents
across
a
the street.
pack.
50 cents, 35 cents,
50
30
cents a pack. You
I
got
don't
the
know about that
stick of
cheap. Costs
gum.
more like
you
$1,
had all
but-
the good stuff.
No, in the
Yeah.
80s, it had the. I don't mean to cut anyone off. I apologize, but it had the little tear-off number in the corner of the box. There were 36 packs in a box.
Oh, I
I
definitely.
think there are still 36 packs in a hobby box on this product,
Yes.
right?
For Series 1, yes.
Most
For
products are 24
flagship.
nowadays.
Yes.
So-
Most products are 24.
All right. Speaking of the box, let's get into the box. I want this. I'm
You're
chomping at
excited.
the- I am.
Usually I'm the one that's sitting there like
I'm
this.
the
I
one
love
who's
it.
chomping at the bit because you know
All
what?
right.
It's been so many years since I actually went to the store and bought baseball cards. You buy them now
wish
for
I-
relatives and for friends
Yeah.
of the family who they have little kids, but. This is great because now adults are starting to chomp at the bit again
This is
to
an
get back
adult
into
business.
baseball cards.
This is an adult business.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
amazing.
before one last thing I want to say, because one of the cards we're going to be looking for is the Shohei Ohtani. It's his first Topps base autograph, correct?
Imagine
Correct.
that's the first card you pull.
That
That would be nice.
exactly my point. But so with the Bowman, as we were talking before the show, before the product came out, there was like a $60,000 offer from one of the biggest. They're not. What would you consider blowout? They're not a distributor. They're
Retailer.
one of the
Online
four-
retailer.
one of the
Online
four
retailer.
largest retailers.
Okay.
They had an offer for the one-of-one superfractor of $60,000.
I think it peaked at 100.
It did peak at 100. We've been talking about it and
Okay.
watching it. Peaked at 100 grand. You're
Wow.
telling me that that's for kids? Kids are buying it. Don't get me wrong.
sure.
Listen, I take Matt in to the store and all he wants to do is open stuff. And he loves the shiny, the pretty stuff. He doesn't know if it's good or bad, but you get a foil card, a chrome card that looks cool, and these kids, they're like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
'Cause
That's
when we
why.
were-
That's why I have a question regarding that too. As Topps, that's why I'm always curious. As I ask other companies about this too. What do you see where the business is going? what is your plan, like, as a company? Like, you want to keep kids entertained too. It's not just an adult business, because they're gonna grow up into adults, obviously. But what is your?
Sure.
Because now it's such a big hit, Otani 100,000, so it becomes like a money figure. But you want to rile them in as a business, not as a business, as a collector.
Sure, and the way we market it and the way we always try to build the product is not really take into account what this card might be worth immediately or years down the road. A lot of it is what's going to be cool. What are collectors of any age? What are they going to be excited about? It's an autograph. It's a relic card.
Sure.
It's something that's limited to 10, 25, 1-of-1.
Nothing
And
like the one-of-one super.
we're
factor.
always trying to engage kids. A lot of that right now is people our age, that grew up collecting in the 80s and 90s, are having kids that are at that age that are beginning to start, maybe would be open to starting to collect. So it's trying to remind parents about how fun it is to collect cards.
Sure.
And it's a great analog, non-digital activity that you can do with your kids that doesn't involve sitting in front of a screen. You're talking about stuff. There's great legends in these products too that of guys that I grew up watching or guys that my parents told me about watching that I can now talk to my kids and be about. Well, this was Daddy's favorite player growing
Yeah, like
up.
those retro
And
cards.
now,
Print like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
you
yeah.
say, that's my favorite card, the Tony Gwynn,
that's
rookie
what we were
year.
talking
And now
about.
there's
That's what we're
Bryce
talking about.
Harper
Yep,
on that
exactly,
design
yeah.
too.
And I'll
So-
tell you what, for me, seeing a brand new Babe Ruth style card with the
Yeah.
long ball legends, for me, that is something so cool because when I was collecting cards, there were no Babe Ruth cards. They were those turn back the clock cards that
Yep.
were worth a nickel, but now you get a Babe Ruth long ball legend special type of card.
Yeah.
It's cool again to buy baseball
Oh, yeah.
cards
What
and get
about-
all of this stuff.
What about some of the products where they're putting the cut signatures in?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not putting. I could be wrong, but you're not putting a Babe Ruth in a product like this because you're putting it in the higher end stuff because the
Not knowing the subject list, photographically, I don't believe there's a Babe Ruth cut signature in their product.
Let's get into the cards. Open
Let's
it
get
up.
into the
Come
cards.
on,
Well,
let's do this.
Hold on.
I'm
Talk about the product really quickly.
Sure,
As we're
absolutely.
gonna open it. So, one of the cool things about with Topps is this I think the first year you've done it with Topps Space or the second year with the silver packs?
Silver Packs, this is our second year.
Second year, okay.
And this is the first year that we'll be expanding it into updates.
Yeah,
So-
I opened a couple packs before I
there's
got
a
here. This,
promo
I have
card.
2 cards here. The Paul Goldschmidt is from Series 1, the autograph number to 25. It's orange. And then when I bought a few more boxes than we're showing on the show. Let's not kid ourselves.
So at the hobby shops, if you go and you buy a box of jumbos, I think you get 2 packs.
2 packs
And
for
if you
jumbo.
buy a box of the regular hobby SKU, you get 1 pack.
Exactly.
And these cards are special chrome versions of the 83 throwback design that are only available in these packs. So
Yes.
some of them have autographs, some of them just have the regular base cards, which are still limited to only these packs, so still
And they
something
also
that
have the
collectors
colors,
want to go out.
the
And then we
different
have
colors,
different parallels,
which
Yeah.
are more collectible. One of the things I saw in the sell sheet was a Don Mattingly 83 autograph, and which is interesting because Mattingly's rookie was 84.
Traded, I think.
He did not have an
didn't
83 traded. No.
Okay.
Strawberry had an
I
83
know
Topps
Strawberry.
traded.
Yes, he did.
I grew up a Mets
I
fan.
grew up in
It
Yankee
could be
fan.
one of those.
That's why
My
you know,
knowledge
and
of-
I know about
yeah.
Strawberry.
my knowledge of the 80s cards, I mean, like yours growing up, I mean, I lost my 83 cards. I don't know what happened. 82s. I used to have a locker with the teams, insert them by the locker because it was
Parents
different.
throwing
then.
them away most of the time.
Oh, every person, every
Mantles
friend's
getting
father,
thrown away.
Every friend's father of mine who grew up in the 50s.
You have those
my
too?
mother threw them away when I moved.
My
what
father,
do I need these for?
My father told me he had garbage pails filled
Oh, man.
of baseball cards. And he had Mickey Mantles, and he had Willie Stargels, and he had all of the Hank Aarons and Ted Williams and all these players that He put them in the spokes of his bicycle.
Well, that's what made
you
them
did?
rare now.
And that's why they're worth so much
Yeah,
now.
exactly, because if there's a lot, I mean,
All right, I can't wait anymore.
everybody-
And that's
So-
why, like, the stuff from our generation,
That we all
the mid '80s, that we all.
That's not worth it.
You could toilet paper the world with.
You make nice wallpaper on
Exactly.
the studio.
Sure.
It would look fantastic.
You know,
but,
and that's the problem is the market got hot and they oversaturated. They made too many. You know,
there's also fun with just looking through your old collection. My parents recently moved, and they found my old album. So I now, in my office, have my old album of all the cards that I collected from the 80s and early 90s
Right.
before I stopped
I'm gonna take
collecting
it.
for a bit.
And you know, I dreamt of this stuff growing up where you would get part of it's the perfect meshing of memorabilia and card collection. Because I remember growing up thinking, wow, wouldn't it be cool to open up a box or a card pack and there's a Wade Boggs autograph, or there's a Darryl Strawberry autograph, or there's a Ken Griffey Jr. card autograph. And now, not only are you getting cards autographed, you're getting pieces of memorabilia in there. You're getting parts of jerseys, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, hockey. And that
Bat
is
knobs.
something for me. That's even better.
I'm waiting for it to come in a tier 1. Chris Bryant,
Bryant,
one of
lumber.
one.
Lumber, limited lumber.
Limited lumber.
Wow.
I mean, I'm waiting on. I actually have done well in 2018 with hitting the one of ones. In the past, I haven't been as good, but I got a Brendan McKay, Superfractor, and Bowman. The next Otani. Too bad it's not his first card, nevertheless. But at any rate, it's still
big.
It's still those Canaries or whatever.
You're the
it's
only
after.
one that
I'm
has
the
it.
only one in the world. Wouldn't it be nice to say, like, in 1986, you were the only person that had the Cecil Fielder card?
The Blue Jays. The Blue Jay
Let me
card.
tell you something. He became hot later. I remember I worked in the card shop. I remember going through boxes in the attic and pulling out Cecil Fielder cards because that was his rookie.
That traded set has some of the best cards, if I remember correctly.
86 tops traded had Canseco,
Canseco, Bonds,
Will Clark,
Kevin Mitchell.
Bonilla.
Bonilla.
And I remember I visited and we'll get to the cards now, but as I'm telling the
I'm
story,
low.
rip open the cellophane as we're getting to this story. But I remember
Was Bo Jackson in that?
Bo Jackson was in that too.
He was in the
And-
87 tops.
and
I don't
87
remember.
was his future
And here's
star.
why
Yeah,
I
I don't
remember
think he was
Bo.
in the traded.
But Bo was in the traded. It was just a regular headshot. It was just like
Right.
from shoulders. You saw the Royals on the jersey, and that was it. But I remember going to a candy store out in Merrick, Long Island, excuse me. And I walk in, and my grandfather's with me. He goes, "What do you want?" And I went, and I pointed right to that. It was a Bo Jackson card from that traded set for $8. At the time, that card was upwards of maybe 50, 60. And I went, they have
You
this
know how much you could buy
they
that
have this
86 top
I
traded for
know.
today?
Yeah, I know.
You could probably get 3 for $8.
No, I know. But at the time,
sad.
it is
Yeah,
sad.
but
But
Topps
at the time,
Update is making a big comeback.
Right.
Though.
Oh, but yeah,
the
but if
Trout Topps Update is big now.
Loved it.
Altuve is starting to pick
Sure.
up. Mookie Betts this year has started to pick
Kershaw
up.
was.
Yep, Kershaw. Yeah.
update's
So
got-
the update has become like a big collecting thing.
All right,
That's not auto.
the cellophane is off.
Let's
Open
go.
it up. Let's go. Let's
So,
see.
We're going to be looking for a whole bunch of different things in this.
So what's cool about Series 2, if I can just give kind
No,
of
please.
the
Wow.
corporate marketing spiel just for a few seconds, is Series 2 is an extension of the base brand at Topps, our flagship brand, it's synonymous with baseball cards and Topps. So it's the next 350 cards in our set, building off of Series 1, obviously. You'll have a lot of things that are continuing from Series 1 to Series 2, a lot of things that are new to it. One thing that is continuing that is brand new for 2018 is the Home Run Challenge. I don't know if you guys
I
have
pulled the
seen
Matt
those-
Davidson Home
some
Run
of those
Challenge
cards.
at
So
home.
that's kind of a way that we're integrating fantasy,
Yep.
daily fantasy kind of play
Brilliant.
into trading cards.
Wow.
So if you get
Brilliant.
a Home Run Challenge card, you get a particular player. On the back, there's some information about where to log on and register your card, and then you'll pick. Okay, I think Bryce Harper is going to hit a home run tomorrow because he's playing in Colorado and against the pitcher that's pitching, he's had a good matchup. If he hits a home run that day, you'll get a special card that we only make for winners of that particular month.
Okay.
Oh.
So the March April cards
interaction
have just started to go out, and so collectors are getting cards that are numbered to 1 of 1 to 5 because only 5 people selected this person to hit a home run
That's great.
correctly in April. You know, there are
That's
some
really
players
cool.
that have a little higher of number because they're the guys who hit a lot of home runs, and a lot of
Yeah.
people guess that Stanton or Judge or Harper
Now is-
or Trout are going to hit a home run.
Now, is
correctly.
there a way of getting a card made of that actual home run swing? So if a guy or girl says Bryce Harper is going to hit a home run on May 16th against the Colorado Rockies, and then there's a picture of Bryce Harper taking his home run cut in that game, and that's the special card made.
That we don't have for the home run challenge. That's
Tops Now
much
does
more in line with our Tops Now brand.
Got it.
That is a daily card offerings that we have all through the season and through the off season too. That kind of highlights the big events of that particular day.
Fantastic.
And that's print to order too. So you'll know.
Beautiful.
I bought 5 and only 235 were made. Well, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And you offer autograph too on those limited.
Some of those
yeah.
come, you can purchase the autograph. Some of them have random autographs.
Yep.
It's just different.
a certain
different kind of
time for like
makeup
24
different-
hours.
Different sets.
Uh-oh. What are you inspecting?
No. I was going to say, unfortunately, the light's not cooperating, but what's cool about Tops is it shows you the odds and how many packs. You can't really see because of it's up
Very
here,
small
it's such
print.
small
Right.
print and with the lights, but how many packs, like what are the odds of pulling a card of gold, whatever, it's 1 in every 266 packs of the Top Salute Gold.
So that's not.
Autograph Red Relic, 1 in every 1,291 packs.
So you have good chances.
Get one of those.
Yeah, but
You have good chances.
But it's nice to see when you do pull something really cool.
They do sell though when you pull something
Right.
like the autograph relic, and what my favorite too is the postseason stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a postseason signed of whoever made the postseason last year, let's say Altuve, those goes a little premium because
Right.
the relic is supposed to be from the postseason.
It's a card that highlights their postseason.
Yep,
performance.
exactly.
I remember the insert card I wanted badly was a Michael Jordan in a White Sox uniform, and I got one, and I remember thinking this card is going to be legendary. It's not worth anything. You're so
Go
mad.
down.
I remember
Well, he
that-
didn't
I
do
remember when the
anything,
inserts
so-
started. When inserts first started coming out, they became the chase cards.
Right.
Yeah,
Now, I
they
think
did.
every pack has some sort of insert
Yes.
or subset
Yep.
Sure.
series. But that's okay because it's just
Yeah.
more sets to build and makes
More
you buy
things
more
to
packs.
collect, more
packs
things
to
that
buy.
are
I'll
fun
say it.
to
You don't
look
have
at.
to.
Right. All right, let's do it. Let's see.
All right,
I
I
want to
opened
see.
the first pack now. Like for those of you who are unaware,
So delicately.
opening a pack of cards, especially with a product like this, you have to be very delicate because you don't want to ding a corner.
Absolutely.
So you dig a corner, a card that we talk about being great, it could go from a 10 to an 8-5 just from being careless and opening the pack.
You want that mint card. You don't want,
want
you
that-
don't want the near mint.
Listen,
you want the
we'll
mint.
take the near mint Otani auto, the Gleiber auto, the corner auto. We're not going to be greedy, but in general, always want to be careful.
Absolutely.
This
Let's
is
do
it.
it. Oh, can't wait to see
So
what
those
comes
are
out
the
of
3
this.
hot names that you just mentioned that are definitely in Series 2. We have the big rookie. The rookie card is what is driving a lot of collectors to search through packs to try to find. So we have Shohei Ohtani, and then Gleyber Torres and Acuna were kind of late call-ups, and we were talking before we got on the air about particular time frames of when we decide when to put players into product and when we can make that happen. And those guys kind of came up just after our cutoff date, but because they were such big name guys, we really tried to find a way to get them into product.
And
so,
as you can see on this Aaron Bummer card, it has the RC shield. That's what we're talking about with the rookie cards.
yes,
So this is their Topps rookie.
correct.
But it's funny because this Bummer, it's a funny name to be, he may have, I don't know how many Bowman cards or other products cards he may have already had. He could have had 4 cards from 4 different years already, but this is his rookie, which is interesting.
Sure. No, the first
But it's his first
the
Topps
first
card.
Bowman prospect card is a card of note, and then their Topps RC
rookie.
card,
Yeah.
their rookie, especially in flagship, kind of holds a special place in collectors' hearts and minds as being something to collect, something to hold on to.
Yeah, and if you look at this Paul De Jong, I don't know.
The young.
Well,
De Jong, that's what I thought, but It's got a little cup. He was a Topps All-Rookie team the year
won the-
before.
yeah,
We always looked for those when we were
always looked
younger.
for those when we were
Always
kids.
looked for that little
You knew it.
chalice cup that said rated rookie
Yeah, because
and all that.
sometimes back in the day, a guy didn't have a card the year before until the card that had the cup, so that was his rookie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, with back then there was, different printing schedules and times.
792 cards.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
792
Sometimes you didn't make the
cards.
cut, and or you didn't play enough games to get
The year before.
photography available.
Right. Well, the Mark McGuire rookie card with the wooden background, the wooden paneling
87.
background,
87.
the 87
Yeah.
Mark McGuire card was, I thought, his rookie card. And then the next year,
No.
the Tops came up. And no, I know the team,
Oh, the
the USA
USA
baseball,
team,
right.
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 You want to talk about a nosedive?
Oh, God.
He hit 70 home runs. That card's $250. I mean, everyone I knew had stacks like this because,
Sure.
and today, what would you get for a 10 Mark McGuire?
10, I'm not sure, but a regular card is like $5.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like.
Well, I have 7 of
That's
them.
why I encourage people to collect as a hobby.
Yeah,
as something
exactly,
That
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
brings
no,
enjoyment
but-
to you. Please don't mortgage your house. Take out a second mortgage on
I
your
used to
house.
sit there with the calculator
or
and
sell
type
your
everything
car,
out.
To buy a case of product. Please buy within your means and enjoy opening the
Yep.
cards.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
He's like, oh.
Well, enjoy another
yeah,
one.
sure,
Let's
sure,
see.
yeah.
So we'll go.
Anything
We'll go
good?
through. We'll go through the pack. I'm not going to show all the cards. I'll just read some of the names. Alex Claudio, Yadier Molina, Joe Panic. So here's something. It's the middle infield marvels. It's it's a regular base card, but it's a couple of the Houston Astros, and it's a checklist for the entire team. Isn't? No, it's not. It's just like
Probably
a
a
regular
portion of the
checklist. It's a
checklist.
portion of the checklist. So it's Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve.
So years back when it was in the 80s, there are people who collecting all the checklists,
Sure.
Now
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of drying up, but
And in the past, a lot of the cards, the checklist was a separate card.
yep.
And that's really not that exciting of a
Yeah,
card. So
no.
let's put it on a cool card, talking about two of the better
Here's a team
players.
card. Arizona Diamondbacks
That's cool.
team card. Just a picture of the team. They do this for all 30 teams. Gives you a little info on the back. First year skipper Torey Lovello took the 2017 NL Manager of the Year honors after guiding Arizona. Yada 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 yada.
Sure.
Which is cool. So moving on, going through it. You still put the managers in the top space?
No.
That's good. Because there's one of your competitors has a product where I think every third card is a coach.
Oh, and he hated that so much.
It's for a sport that you don't have the license for, but it's something that
Or the team leaders card. I used to hate the team
I don't mind the
leaders
team leaders
cards.
card, but I don't need.
No.
I don't
But they're
need.
still athletes. I mean, these
I
are
don't
like
need. I don't need.
I
I don't need
know.
a refract. Not a refractor.
A one of
prism.
one of-
Terry Stotts.
Yeah.
Especially like a guy gets fired, you get his coach card.
Oh, I have a ton of Jim Fregosi manager cards
Exactly.
from the White Sox and wherever.
Here's one of my favorite players, Josh Hader. So, all right, as we're getting into the middle of the pack, they always put the good stuff in the middle of the pack
Okay.
because they don't want to put it at the end. Because if you see it at the bottom, you got to work your way through.
Sure. Well, have we,
So
have we
here we
reached the
have
middle
the
and the good
first thing
point?
we have is a jersey throwback of Eric Thames. So it's a subset, and what's
okay.
cool about this is they're showing
The retro jersey.
a retro jersey. It could be the '83 jersey. I don't know, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that
it's just
this
a-
was the
it's just
jersey
any
they
retro,
used
yeah.
back then.
That's the Harvey Wallbanger uniform, yeah.
Yeah, right, but Cecil Field, not Cecil, Cecil Cooper,
Cecil
Robin
Cooper,
Yount,
Jim
Paul
Gantner,
Molitor.
yes, all those guys.
This guy's had great mustaches like Jeremy. Here's a card and what's cool about this is it's got the 35th anniversary shield. This is a Manny Machado All-Star, and it's a retro to the 1983 look.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. And here we have a Jordan Luplow. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Rookie card. And clearly, there's a reason that they made it. No,
That's the foil
This is
version.
a foil version.
Foil
so
board parallel.
Foil board parallel. So ooh.
Uh-oh, something
So
good?
something good.
Something we'll talk about.
Is it
What's
Otani?
nice about this? No. I think it's better.
Wow.
This is a parallel, so you can collect two sets. Now, did you do it for every card or just the rookie cards?
No, every card has a most
Have a foil parallel.
parallels are throughout the entire base set.
Even the one of one.
So this is a
Yeah.
really hard set to complete the parallels, all 350.
Depending, it's definitely harder than the regular
Base.
base parallel,
Yeah.
and each parallel will get significantly harder as cards are numbered.
Because it's not,
to,
because that's not numbered. That's why I was asking you. So-
2019 to
Yep.
199 to 50 to 25 to 10, 5, 1, whatever.
Do you have
the
anything
break
like?
is.
Remember 2 years ago they came up with like something like Sparkle. So in the glove or something, there's like a shiny thing.
Sure. Those were like some of the short prints, the image variations.
Hard to find, like
They're definitely harder to find than the regular base cards.
Yeah.
We always like to have
Throw
a little
in
bit of fun.
something, yeah.
So people have been figuring out what are some hard to find cards in Series 2. So good luck opening up a bunch of cards. Maybe you'll find 2 different cards that are the same player, but a little different.
So the reason I said that this card I got excited about for 2 reasons. One, it's Gleyber Torres, and I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay.
It's his Topps rookie, and am I correct that this is a short print, or is other ones short prints?
No, this is that's a short printed card. Yeah.
So that's really good, actually.
Yeah, that's a great card to pull today.
Great card to pull today. This is one of the cards we're looking for, and he's not going to be out till 2020.
Ohtani, we don't know yet.
Listen, if the money the Angels spent, and I'm Artie Moreno, right? He's the owner. If I'm Artie Moreno, I'm not rushing him back. Look what happened with Alex Reyes. This kid is that good.
I'm looking at the Gleyber Torres card. I just
I'm excited.
He was one of the cards on the list that we wanted to pull.
Pulled like a short print rookie or a good rookie in a long time on here.
And there you go.
And
You
we got
just
it.
did it. There it is.
We're gonna put it over there. So, what are there? 12 packs in this box?
I believe it's 20.
There are 10.
10 packs,
sorry,
50
10,
cards.
sorry. Jumbo.
10 packs, 50 cards a box. So we'll do another couple packs before we do one of the silvers.
Sounds good to me.
And it's fun. Like
I'm a little jealous that you get to open the packs.
You want to open a pack? The next pack you can open.
I can open the next one?
Of course.
Okay.
As long as you just be careful.
You just have to be careful.
I'll tell you, you can
Yeah,
open it for me. I'll cycle through. Hey, listen.
I'll teach you.
I know how to do
I
it.
think he knows that.
Listen.
Oh, and we forgot. This rookie is actually, that's why I was looking. It looks like a gold version or something.
Yes.
So the gold version is numbered to the year, 2018.
Oh, I didn't. You know what?
So when he put it up, I just wanted to show it again.
Yeah, well, that's why we everything fields through Sharon. Everything fields through Sharon.
Well, that's a fun thing too. You talked about going up and finding all those Cecil Fielder cards. You want to save some of the cards because sometimes you go back and be like, oh,
Exactly.
wow, I didn't know this guy
We went
was nobody of note at the time, but now he's something. I had that
exactly.
in an old Bowman box that I had. I went as I was moving, sorted through it. I had a blue refractor auto of Noah Syndergaard, first auto.
Nice.
In a box.
And just sitting in the box.
You work for Topps and you keep your card in a box like that? Come on, man.
He was a collector
It was
before.
sitting there with just like, oh, this is just. I went through it, and
No, I
there
know,
was
I'm
nobody of it was nobody of note at the time.
Well, that's what happened. In 2014.
I put it. It's now in a top loader.
That's good. That's
penny sleeve. I know what I'm doing.
There you go. In 2014, I went nuts on the Bowman because you had Chris Bryant's first auto, Tanaka's rookie, which unfortunately took a nosedive at the time was hot, and Jose Abreu were the big chase cards then. We were going through. I took it so seriously that I had all the paper of the Bowman Chrome, the Bowman prospects, and the Chrome prospects numerically
that was
sorted. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's the first time he did it.
First and only time I was in a dark period in my life, and I was up for many hours and had a lot of stuff to do.
Gotta keep busy.
Kept myself busy,
That's
but we
good,
went through it.
yeah.
We found the Jacob deGroms.
The
Jacob deGroms.
Well, the best card is actually MVP candidate is Mookie Betts.
Nice.
No, the Mookies were in there too.
Yeah.
You
That's
see,
the same year.
That's why it's
Exactly.
Pays to just kind of go through.
I'm
your
anxious.
exactly.
old
So, all right, let's
collection.
move on to this.
I'm
pack.
anxious to see what's in this one. I have a
All
good
right.
feeling about this pile.
We got a Kyle Farmer rookie. Andrew Heaney's pitching tonight, pitching well. Okay, and I like how they're Nico Goodrum rookie. I just cut him today, and then I found yesterday, and then Miguel Cabrera goes down for the year, but I had to make room. All right, Mark Leiter Jr. It's not a rookie card. Interesting. I didn't realize he was up last year. Chicago Cubs, Dodgers, Ronald Torreyes, Agon. Well, here's interesting. It's nice. This is something for just a quick second. Adrian Gonzalez, I have him in a Mets uniform. I like that. He obviously wasn't in Series 1, so you put him in Series 2 with his
Correct.
new team. That's
And now
smart.
he's nowhere.
They cut him?
Yes, he got cut yesterday.
Yeah, you see, honestly,
Or 2 days ago,
I've been
whatever.
super,
Yeah, but that's what makes it rare because there might not be another
Sure,
card
there
that
might not
comes
be
out with,
another. There,
with
that's
a
it.
Mets card.
That's
Moving
it.
on, all right, Ben Revere. Speaking of Noah Syndergaard. And just does all right. We have a card backwards, folks. We have a backwards card, and those of us who collect cards and
It's
are
like a
serious
special.
know that there's a reason why it's backwards. Now it's a Minnesota Twins card, so let's see why it's backwards. No reason at all.
Wow.
Probably a correlation error.
A correlation error. Well, we have the brand manager from Topps here that can look into it, and if we were shorted something, at least we have the guy to talk to.
We'll see.
now are you at the middle
see
of
as
the pack?
rest
All right, we're in the
packs
middle of the
go.
pack. All right, we have a Mike Zunino Gold. All right, we got the MVP, Mookie Betts All-Star in the 83. Love this card. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's a nice look.
All right, and here we go. Here's a Russell Martin foil parallel. All right, moving on. The Big Hurt Frank Thomas. Ooh.
That's
No,
the-
this Chad Betts. Now,
Okay.
tell me about this Chad Betts card. It looks like a printing plate, but it's not. Why?
So it's a reverse negative parallel. And I'm not sure if these are numbered.
They're not. That's why I asked.
Okay. So they are limited, though, for sure. But yeah, we take a reverse negative, or not a photo negative. A reverse negative is
reverse action, the body.
the axis. But so it's the colors are swapped essentially. Limited. Let me just check my notes. So those are definitely limited to a very small number. But we don't publicly
So is
put
this
it
for,
out there.
is
So
this
This
for
is
me?
Lou.
for you guys.
Okay.
Don't ever say never gave you anything.
Alrighty.
Now, if you pull an autograph, just be very careful.
Of course, I'm not.
We hold,
going- Yeah, of course.
I know someone who
Don't get too
believes that
excited
all
and fall
cards
and
should
maybe
be
drop
packs should be open with medical scissors.
Sure.
And wearing gloves. And I'm not kidding, actually.
Well, some breakers do that.
Well, when you're breaking,
Especially when higher end.
well, with the high,
bottles.
yeah, we're talking, You're just gonna look. Or you're gonna tell us how.
Well, I'm just looking right now. You have a Matt Carpenter card, but there's nothing special about it. You got an Andre Ethier card, Adam Eaton, Mike Napoli, Mike Zunino, regular, Gorkys Hernandez, Adam Frazier, Dylan Maples of the Cubs, Josh Donaldson. Let's see.
Donaldson, where's he gonna get traded? Let's see what happens
Let's
there.
see. Keep going here.
Yeah, that's the thing with 50 cards in the pack.
Right.
We don't have that
some
much
nice
time.
cards. The Kansas City Royals team card, an award show, Stanton and Judge.
Oh wow.
You take a look at that one.
This is nice. This is the Yankees team. No, I did it again. This is
One of the combo
Yeah, they
cards.
one of the
No
combo
work,
cards,
yeah.
just a regular checklist. But this is something that if you're you're a 6-year-old
fan.
Yankee fan, you're over the moon for this.
Sure.
Over the moon. What do they call the Mount Crushmore? What are they calling the
They have a lot of names.
yeah?
Ooh.
Bash Brothers, but
Got some nice stuff in the middle here.
All right, let's
Okay,
hear.
so we have a Francisco Lindor. I believe this is one of those jerseys cards.
Throwback jerseys.
Throwback
Throwback
jerseys,
jerseys. You have a Jose Ramirez All-Star, which we'll pass over. And one of the cards that I was talking about, a Hank Aaron long ball legend,
Oh, I had a Frank Thomas long ball. I didn't realize that's what it was.
which is right here. And then Instant Impact Carlton Fisk,
there you go.
which is nice. Here, I
Old
will
names.
turn it this way, and you can pass it that way, which is a nice card. That was all in the middle. Let's see here. Some just regular cards. Trevor Williams, Kyle Freeland, Edwin Encarnacion, James Shields, Bud Norris, Jeff Hoffman, Carl Edwards Jr.,
I love Carl Edwards Jr.
Evan Gaddis, Justin Verlander, Justin Turner, Yu Darvish, Jimmy Nelson, Jose Berrios, Jordan Montgomery of the Yankees with the little gold cup next to it, David Price, Chris Bryant, but nothing special, just a regular card, and Trevor Cahill. So that's a pretty nice pull. The middle
Yeah.
section of those cards
That-
was very, very nice.
Well, that's what we're saying. The middle section is where all the little subsets and all the special things are going to be found. All right, moving on to this pack, and after this pack, we're going to take a.
Yeah, that'll be the
We're going to
piece
do
de
the top. We're
resistance.
going to do
That'll be the closer.
Well, we have two of them, so we'll do one in the middle, one at
Okay.
the end.
All right.
You got some rookies: Aaron Wilkerson, Victor Arano.
Garrett Cole on his new team.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
yeah,
notice that.
this
Garrett
new
Cole,
team,
news team.
Astros.
I'm going too fast. Another rookie, Troy
Got
Scribner.
excited you saw an Angels pitcher with an RC.
Yeah, well, so Otani's in a pitching pose.
I'm not sure.
Neither am I. I haven't seen the card yet. I've only seen the one in the.
Can't remember offhand. There's
yeah.
so many cards.
There's
I
so
look
many
at,
cards.
On a daily basis to remember.
So many cards you look at on a daily basis.
Oh, I'm already planning out.
Just
Series
asking for a
1
job already.
Series 1 for 2019.
Really?
That's how far ahead of
Wow.
schedule we have.
I
to be,
get it.
yeah.
You have to. I mean, that makes sense, especially with how you are doing
print
the
times
print
and
times and the
windows.
order windows. It's a lot easier to do these other products and to get the autographs.
All of our products are kind of on almost a year.
You just don't know
development
you don't
cycle.
know who all the cards.
Over time, we're fleshing out that skeleton
Up,
that is built.
up, There we go. Otani's in a pitcher's uniform.
There we go.
Pitching pose. There we go. Shohei Otani. We love when we get an Otani here on Red Felt Breaks. He's been driving the industry this year.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I apologize. You can see
Pitching one.
pitching pose. I wonder if there's a version where he's in a hitting pose with the rookie card.
I don't know. Have to see.
Ooh. So we'll leave that over
Those
here
there,
next
yeah.
to Glaber.
Do you have the rookie of the year, rookie of the month for the NL? What's his name? Austin Meadow in the update. I mean, in the list.
In Series 2, I'll have to look. I don't know offhand.
okay. Oh, it's okay.
Here's a fun rookie insert that we haven't seen yet. It's called the Rookies, and here's a Kyle Farmer with a RC logo, but it's not a base card. It's got an S68. These guys are
What
base
subset is
numbers.
it,
The subset is the Rookies. You see, it's Rookies on the bottom. All right, we have a Robert Stevenson Gold. Here you go, Jeremy, for you. A Mike Piazza,
Oh.
83. You know.
I might have to take that one.
I would give it to you, but you probably have more Topps cards.
I'll take
than-
it. No, I'm
There you
kidding.
go,
I'm
Lou.
kidding. I'm kidding.
No, no.
All right.
Ahead.
We got a foil Brad Miller, a Jeff Bagwell insert, and then
Just got traded.
Brad Miller got traded and sent down to the minors for the Brewers. I don't understand why the Brewers needed Brad Miller. I guess they're really not happy with everyone they have in that in that overstocked lineup. Danny Santana, Cameron Maben, Sam Dyson, Bryce Harper, J.C. Ramirez, Gregor Blanco, Benintendi, Jim Johnson, Adrubal, Tommy Joseph, German Marquez, Chris Taylor, Rojas, Castro, Bird, Schlebler. All right, moving on. Well,
I don't see him on the list.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that he's not in here because I could just not be able to find him.
Right.
But I do know that Scott Kingery, another, bigger
Yeah, but
name,
he was called up earlier, so I figured.
he's in
He was
Series
called-
2.
he was the first one.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wasn't in Series
what
1.
did he make the Major League roster to start the season, Kingery?
No,
Yes.
Kingery is here. I saw him.
No. But we were just
He
saying.
did. He did, and no one really kind of expected.
No,
it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Series 1 comes out before the season starts, so
Yep.
we have to wait for a player to have
Sure.
at least one game of service
Yeah.
to put into our Topps, non-Bowman products
Oh, okay.
that are not prospect based.
I heard it was 10 games, so it's one game.
Well, it might be 10 games.
Yeah, I heard it. Well, when they wrote about it in Beckett,
Right, that could be right,
release
but you
statement,
need
it
at
says
least
10 games. So
yeah, he didn't
okay.
had 0, so
Yeah.
it was,
All right.
he was in-
So, Greg,
So
what are we opening up
we're
now?
opening up
We're
our
going to be wrapping
special-
up soon, so we just want to get through this stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, if we don't finish the box, we don't finish the box.
Okay.
We got. Oh, wow! I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah.
All right, we're opening up our silver pack, which gives us 4 cards that are chrome foil cards, 1983 retros. All right, we have Jose Ramirez. All righty, my favorite baseball player. I talked about it before. It's not the autograph, but the Don Mattingly.
Take it, right?
Donnie Baseball. If you
Yeah.
went to a Yankee game
It's
for
an
a
impressive
period
card.
of time, you heard me screaming Donnie Baseball. Jose Ramirez, Travis Shaw, and Corey Seager. All right, so what we're going to do, just to fly through this, we're not going to go through. We'll just highlight the middle cards. and
Perfect.
We'll let everyone know. Lou,
I think that looks good.
How about I'll open one too at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll just kinda-
Sharon sorts while we go. So,
we'll speed it up a little bit.
we're not going to mention the names. We'll speed it up. I'd rather have time at the end to chat and recap
Of course.
than.
Of
Sure.
course.
So we'll just kind of
This-
vamp over.
This
while we
is
look
just
at it.
very impressive seeing all of these cards, the way baseball cards have come along over the years, and these special inserts and autographs, and
I had no
it's-
idea.
It's a lot of fun just watching you guys open it up and just talk about the different styles, different variations of cards. And if you're a collector,
Up.
I mean,
Here we
get
go.
out there and buy some of these things.
We got our first hit, true hit. It's a Christian Yelich jersey card.
Is it a Brewers jersey?
Yes, he's in a Brewers uniform, although you couldn't tell from the gray jersey piece.
Gray
Sorry,
jersey
guys.
piece, yeah.
The gray jersey piece. I'm assuming it's a Brewers jersey. The Topps isn't going to give you a something else. So it's in his jersey. We're guaranteed an auto and one relic. So we got the relic.
Got the auto here.
Got the auto here.
I got the auto.
All right.
Give you a little suspense
Let's
as you
see
get to
who
it.
the
though.
autograph is.
Oh, I got excited. I saw Aaron Judge. All right, Josh Hader. We like Josh Hader.
You mentioned him earlier.
Josh
so there you
Hader,
go.
yeah. Josh Hader, that's good. The guy is transcending the game of baseball, in my opinion. teams are starting to do different things because of guys like Josh Hader, Carl Edwards, Chris Davinsky,
Sure.
Archie Bradley. These guys, Ryan Yarborough. The teams are going in a much different approach.
An autographed baseball card, something we've all dreamt about.
I know back in the day they used to have more. On average, you would say, and you could sometimes get more than one. I've gotten hot packs in the past.
Sure, there are
Is
times.
that-
There are guarantees, and then there are sometimes things that deliver above the guarantee.
So there are potential for hot packs in top space.
Sure, it doesn't fall regularly, but there could be something that if we have.
But is it planned or is it something that
Sometimes
just-
it's planned. Sometimes it's
an
just
error
some
in the repacking?
extra inventory that we have. So we have more autographs to deliver. So we put
You
them in
remember
the
the Bowman pack that you opened and it was all black refractor?
Yeah, I opened the Bowman 2016 draft.
We'll do those things like that sometimes on purpose.
I got all
They'll be
black
hot
number
packs.
Yeah,
75 refractor autos.
Well,
All
the
right.
reason why I thought it was it's exactly the same player.
So this is going to be the last pack, so let's just go through
Well,
this
this
one.
pack
'cause
and then
we're-
one
that
more.
one.
Well, you got that one right there in your hands. We'll open up that one, and then we'll wrap up and we'll
Okay.
get on the road.
Let's
One
just-
thing we can talk about while you
that's
Yeah.
do
the
this.
Yeah, what's that?
So this isn't a card of any real special note, other than it reminds you that National Baseball Card Day is coming up August 11th. So what you can do is you go out to your local hobby shop, and they will have special packs.
Oh, cool.
For you,
Oh, that's cool.
Based on you purchase a small amount of cards, Topps product, and you'll get an extra pack of
Nice.
special cards for the collectors.
Is it a special pack though, or
I think it's actually
or
it's a
any
special
pack?
card.
Oh.
Well, you head to your local. Here we go. When in doubt, read the manual. Right. Head to your local hobby store for a free pack of Topps baseball cards, prizes, giveaways, and more. So I think it's a special. I believe
it's a special
it's
pack?
a special pack of
Okay,
cards.
cool.
After you purchase some extras.
Sorry, we opened our last silver
Here's
pack.
your last silver pack.
We got a Roberto Clemente card, which is really nice that they did that. It's,
He's one of the legends of the game. We're
yeah,
always going to want to.
always one of the. I was just
celebrate
reading the back if it
these
mentioned
guys.
anything about him. It talks about the '83 set, like we talked about before, the rookie cards of Boggs, Sandberg, and Tony Gwynn. We got him. We got Byron Buxton. We got George Brett and George Springer. And what's interesting, I didn't realize that all the cards. Well, you can build a set. The backs of all the cards are exactly the same. I didn't know that.
For that, we needed to get a little ahead of schedule, and so we wanted to kind of just, and also celebrate the 1983 set. Why is it special that we're reprinting this set? What's so iconic about it? Well, it's an
black version.
iconic design of one of our more beloved sets from 1983. It's the 35th anniversary, and it had some really great names that had rookie cards that year.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Sharon, please tell everybody where they can find you on Twitter.
Black Jaded Wolf.
All right. Go ahead.
Instagram.
.com.
Great. Greg, yourself?
I'm at Red Felt Breaks on Instagram is the best way to find me. Or you can check us out on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network page on YouTube and watch past episodes of our show.
All right, and our thanks to Jeremy Fullerton of Topps, the brand manager for MLB and UFC cards. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us today.
Thank you. For social media that is more specific to trading cards, do follow us on Instagram and Twitter and the like, Facebook at Topps.
All right, and I'm Lou Pellegrino, so saying goodbye for everybody else. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday for another episode of Red Felt Breaks. Take it easy, everybody.
Are you doing it next Wednesday with us?